Hi, clay pot heaters have gotten millions of views online, and people either swear by them or they think they're a gimmick. So instead of guessing or exaggerating, in this experiment I've decided to run 2 tests in 2 separate rooms. This one will have the clay pot heater with 7 tea lights, and the other one will have just 7 tea lights. This way I could put them in both rooms, measure the heat before, during, and after, and we could see if this baby really puts off more heat than just straight tea lights. And in addition to that, I want to see if this will get up to 131 degrees, because that's what it takes to get this little heat-powered fan going. So we're going to take a little plate, put it on the top, put the fan there, and see if we can get that moving at the same time. So as a result, not only will we see how long these candles burn for, but we're going to see whether this really heats more, or if it just radiates the heat or sends it out through the room differently. So let's light them up and see what really happens. Woohoo! And we're going to start with this one right here. I have 7 tea lights, and we're going to bring this and we're going to go in this other room. Now both rooms are about the same size, and the heat is cut off, the vents don't work, there's no heat going in these rooms at all. And right now it is actually, you can look right down here, it is actually 59 degrees. And we're going to go for about 4 hours. I'll check the time when we get started and I'll let you know. This is actually my storage room where we keep all the stuff we're not using. And we'll even put some light in here. There we go. So there's the candles. We're going to go ahead and light these up. We're going to light the other ones up a few seconds after these, so the time really doesn't matter.
Oh, I could use this in my kitchen.
There you go.
The torch, I meant.
Oh, no, mine. All right. So we're going to go in this room.
We'll see about
here,
that.
and as soon as my camera person comes out here, we're going to close the door, because I want to make sure we're not getting heat from one room going into the other. So that one's shut off. Now we got to come over here and do the same thing. I have these tuna cans just as a way to elevate it. Safety first. I want to make sure I don't burn my tables. There we go. So I get the 7 tea lights there. This one, let me move this a little closer. It's going to go right over here like this. Yep, they're all right in the middle. I'm giving airflow. I raise it so I have a little airflow so it goes underneath. And this pot is going to go over that one. Oh, wait, before I do, I want to cover this hole.
Why is that?
Well, on the other experiment, the candles are making the heat go straight up. This is going to probably radiate is what I'm thinking. So I don't want to lose the heat going through there. I want it to be absorbed by the clay.
He's okay.
This one's going to go over here. So it looks nice and secure. And I'm going to put this on top. And this is going to go on here just like that. The reason why I'm putting the metal on top is because this is flat. These things have to get the heat on this surface. That's not a flat surface, and it absorbs heat, so it probably won't work as well. So now the heat will be transferred to this piece of aluminum and hopefully get up to 131 degrees, which is what it takes to move that. So it's 59 right now. I was going to check the temperature, and look, I have the wrong thing. No, that's not going to check the temperature. Okay.
Mine.
So right now it's 59 there. And just to show you, the pots are actually 62 degrees, probably because I've been manhandling them and took them out of a warm room. Okay, 59 there. So it's all down, I think it's already starting to get warm, that's probably why. But it's 59 to 60, so you can see how that is. And let's check in that room just to make sure. Did I slam the door on you? Sorry.
No, I stepped over the
59
snake.
down there. And look at that, above the heat, it's already turning 80 because of the candles. Going straight up. 95, I'm going. Okay, so it's already heating up really well. There we go. So, we did the temperature. Oh, what time is it right now? I would tell you the time, but guess what? I have to look at my phone, and if I look at my phone, I gotta turn it off because she's recording on my phone. A one phone family is not good.
I think it's about 4 o'clock.
Well, we're gonna check the time.
Yeah.
And well, I'll have the camera person keep on looking at the candle so you can watch the flame and enjoy the campfire. And I'll go see the time on my computer. How's that?
Okay. Go.
It's 3:31 p.m. So let's say 3:30 because they've been running for a little over a minute. And I want to see how long, because I think these candles, I believe they go for about 3.5 to 4 hours.
4-hour candles.
4-hour candles. So we will see if that's true, manufacturer. And by the way, this video is not sponsored, but it should be. All right, so we'll come back and check in a little while to see how they're doing. Okay, it's now 4:30. I'm really excited of the results, and I'm not going to tell you why yet. So come with me. Let's check out the candles first. Come on in. Let's start. The candles here make it look almost like Christmas, which would be more impressive if we just didn't have Christmas just a few days ago. All right, it was 59 degrees an hour ago. Now, just to show you, it is now 58 degrees. All right, well, it did get dark. It's getting colder, but it's actually very warm above the candles. On the side, nothing, but up here it's pretty warm. Again, I'm looking at the table, okay, 56, 57. Now when I get into the plate, 76, 80. But right above here, I wish I had something to put here to show other than my hand. Okay, look at that, 86, 88. What's human temperature supposed to be normally? 97?
Something
okay.
like that.
But, so up here it's very warm. Matter of fact, I could feel the warmth up here. So like I said before, the warmth is actually going upwards rather than out. So even though it's probably heating up the room, but it's just not showing it down here. I think it's all going up there because I could feel warm in my face, but it's just not showing it. So let's go take a look. So let's go take a look at the other side, okay? And here's the excitement. Are you ready? Are you ready? The fan just started as we walked in. Woo! I'm going to close the door here. I brought the thermometer in, but it's going to take a little while for that to show what it actually is. It's showing the other side. It takes a couple minutes, I think. So looking at it this way, this has gotten very warm, but just to show that this is running, okay, it's a big deal. Let's take a look at the temperatures. It is 174 down there. Okay, the table is 62, so you can see that it's emanating, I guess, or is that the word, emanating? The heat?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking of Star Trek, the next emanation.
Lemonading.
No, not lemonade. You're getting to 176, but up here, okay, 168, but that metal isn't as hot. Well, actually, it is. When I tested it earlier, 156, but it only needs to be 130 for that to go. So you can see that this is really making a difference. And as for the whole room, let's go back down. You feel how warm that is?
It is warm, yeah.
As for the entire room, okay, it is 59 degrees. So it's showing a degree warmer, 60 degrees, okay? So it's showing a little bit warmer down here because with this, the heat, like I said, is hitting this and going out. But there's no heat up here. See the difference? So that's going outwards. At least that's what I think. It's an experiment. Who knows what it's going to turn out, but the room is warmer. So far, so good. And yeah, you can actually feel warmth coming out from there. I don't think this is going to really show the warmth coming from the fan because it actually shows the surface. See, that's 80, 79. But it's making this room that was 59 quite nice, 81. That's coming out of a fan, okay? Not out of there, which is 167 degrees. Now remember, we have two pots, so not only is it heating the inside pot, which is a lot hotter than that, it's heating the outside pot as well. All right? Ooh, so this is so exciting. I had no idea how this would work. So we're going to come back and check this each hour to see how it warms up, to see if it goes any more. Again, the fan's already going. But in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed, you should be. It's actually 5:30. Let's go check it out. Okay, the candles are still on. They're working. They're working. Oh, look at that. Heat's still coming out. Doing good. It says it's 60 degrees in here, so it's starting to warm up a little bit. And let's take a look at this here. Okay, the ceramic itself is 92. So even that being on the bottom, well, actually we're getting the candles, being on the bottom is absorbing some of the heat, but it's going straight up. You can see when I go above 178, so they are hot. That base of the tea light, that metal thing, 122. So there's some heat in there depending on where you're pointing at. Okay, 170 to, and coming up is pretty warm. You can still feel the candle heat. Like I said, there's 7 of these. I can feel it all the way up to here. So again, candles do work nice. It's kind of like having an open campfire. Next time I do this demonstration, I am going to bring marshmallows. S'mores! Oh. Okay, let's go check out the other one. I'm getting too excited. All right. And close the door behind you. Here we go. Now this one here, the fan is still going, so it hasn't cooled off. And let's see. Oh, you know what I got to do? Bring my temperature thing in here. I had to bring my temperature thing in here. Unfortunately, I only own one of these. Folks, somebody send me another. Otherwise, you'll have to watch me go back and forth. Okay, so it says 60 now, though. We'll see what it says here in a few minutes. So going while we're down there, the table is 61. Okay, so even the table's warming up. And let's see, the pan. Ooh, the bottom of the pan is 200. Look at that. Can you see that? Keep an eye on that. 188, 92. As it goes up, it's getting farther away from the flame. It's still 184. The metal, 150. And 184 right here on top of the fan. And you can actually feel the heat. Here, we'll bring the camera closer to the fan. Put your faces near the screen. Can you feel it? Ooh. Ah, okay.
Wow, this is actually pushing hot air. Oh my
Now,
God.
go ahead and show them underneath. You can see how the flames are doing down there. I should put my face in here and scare them. You see the flames?
Candles are still on, yeah.
All right, so we're going to come back in another hour and check it out. But before we go, I wanted to remind you that this is just with tea lights, okay? Tea lights last about 4 hours or so, we hope. But you can do this with other fuels. If you want, you could actually fit 3 of those Coleman fuel or sternos underneath there. Those last a little longer. But you know what I think the best thing would be? Those Crisco candles. Have you seen those? If not, look at my YouTube videos. You'll see I did a video just recently on the Crisco candle. In fact, I'm going to try to put it at the end of this video so you can go to it. It's just Crisco shortening with, I had 3 candles in there, but you can put 4 candles, 5 candles, whatever you want, and put it underneath here. Now, the Crisco with 1 candle, according to what I see, because I haven't run mine that long, but from what I've seen on YouTube, these things will last for about 2 months. 2 months uninterrupted. So that's with 1 candle. So what happens if I put a Crisco under there with, let's say, 4 candles in it? Okay, so 4 candles are going to burn stronger than the tea lights because the wicks are they're regular candle wicks, and they have the Crisco keeping it going constantly. So if it burns 2 months with 1 candle, how long will it burn with 4? Okay. Did I have 4? Yeah. So 2 months, that's 1 month, that's a half a month. So you're looking at about 15 days, roughly, without having to change it. Even if it's 5 days, okay? I mean, Crisco, how much does it cost? A couple bucks, you can get the smaller ones at the dollar store, okay? Or the $1.25 store, as they call it now. So with other fuels like Crisco or something like that, you can have this thing burning. Ooh, that's actually hot to touch, isn't it? Do not do this at home. Oh, yeah. Anyways, ooh, tasty. Anyways, with the Crisco, they'll burn for quite a while. So you can see where this can be a great option. But like with anything else, don't leave it unattended, all right? Because it is open flames. Do not leave it unattended, and always have a smoke alarm nearby, a carbon monoxide alarm, and your fire extinguisher. And you know something else you can get? This isn't a commercial because I'm not sponsored, but I should be, okay? I just got this the other day. I got 2 of these, and it's one of these things you hang it up, and when you pull this out, I'm not going to do it right now, there's actually a fire blanket in here. And it's made of fiberglass cloth. So let's say something went wrong and fire started burning things. You take this, throw it over it, and it suffocates the fire like that. These things are great. I've got one for up here, and I've got one down for the garage too. Because for those of you that watch all my videos, you know I do quite a few fire mistakes. Well, look at those. All right, so fire safety is very important. Let's come back in another hour and see how it does. It's 6:30 p.m., 1 hour later, and let's go ahead and check out the candles, how they're doing. It is 59 degrees in here. It actually feels kind of chilly. There's still warmth coming out, not as high. I think they're starting to go down a bit. And let's see how 122, the ceramic is hot, but I'm trying to get, I don't know if that's hitting the heat as it's going up by me going right past it on the table or not. 95, 90. Yeah, that's just going across, so it's showing the heat coming up. Huh. So let's go check out how the other side is doing. And we'll put this over here. And this is still feeling nice and warm. We'll see how the temperature is in a minute, but for right now, 170, so still pretty warm. And like I said, the fan is still going off. 75. So that seems to be the theme between 170, 175, 160, 190 down towards the bottom. And let's take a peek underneath there. And it looks like this one candle right here in the corner has gone out. So we're down to 6 candles. If you can see down there, that one there went out.
Yeah.
Right there. Mm-hmm. And the others are still going.
This room doesn't feel as cold. Usually this room has no heat at all, and it's kind of really cold in here usually when you walk in here.
It's showing 60 degrees down on the table. Maybe I wish I had 2 of these so I can put them in different areas. But So we have about 1 hour left. I don't know how long it's going to be before the candles go up, but we already lost one here. So it kind of gives you an idea that, say, 4-hour candles. I think most of them will go 3.5, possibly 4 hours. So we will be back in 1 hour and we'll check it then. So, see you then. It's been almost another hour. It's actually 7:15, but we're coming in here because there's only 1 candle left. And it says the room is 63, but it's really not, because that's what it was on the other side. I just brought this in here to show. But it takes so long to catch up. So we'll leave that there for a little bit just to see what the end temperature was. I think it'll probably be between 60 and 61. But this is what it was on the other side. And you can see there's just 1 candle left. So let's go to the other side, see what's going on. I'm going to leave that there. On this side here, I don't know how many candles we got left, but let me get over here. And
The fan is still going.
the fan is still going. It seems to be going a little slower. Always check this before you pick it up. Okay, so I'm going to put that there to get it out of the way. And That's still a little warm. Not too bad. And this, it's still fairly hot, but I think I'll be all set. Ah, that one's very hot. Okay. So, for that one, what I'm going to do is...
That's going to be really hot. The
Yeah.
coin is going to be really hot.
I'll pick it up with my teeth. I'm going to put there, and I'm going to take this one and put it on here for now. Whoa, that is, my thumb's touching it. There you go. All right. So, it was still pretty hot, even with just 2 candles going. So, end results of the test. My final takeout is, look at the smoke. Can you see me through the smoke? My final thoughts are, both of them got pretty warm. The room itself, again, we're still in winter, even though it's only 59, 60. It was a very warm day today, but it got dark, so it started to get cold again. The candles by themselves, the room got to be probably maybe 2 to 3 degrees warmer. Over here, about 4 to 5 degrees. So it wasn't really a lot of difference in how warm the room got. But what I found was, with just the candles, the heat went up. You could feel it warm. That was kind of like the warmth of a campfire. So if I wanted to do this, it'd be great. The heat coming out from this was absorbed. Yeah, you can see it's still really warm. So was absorbed into the clay pots and went outwards. So did using clay pots create more heat? I don't think so. My opinion is a candle is just going to give you as much heat, whether it's under something, absorbing something, or whatever you do to it. It just is different. One, it goes straight up and probably goes along the roof. The other one, it radiates here and goes out, but it's still the same amount of heat from each candle. That's what I think. I'd love to hear your opinions, what you take from this. Between the two, what would I rather have in a house if there was a blackout? Definitely this. Because even now I'm sitting here talking to you. It's what, 63 we said when we looked at it?
Yeah.
And I can still feel the warmth coming off over here. If I was in the other room, I'd have to be above it. And actually that's gone because the candles are out. So you can still feel the warmth. And for those of you that are really off grid, you can take these pots and throw them under your bed sheets. Warm up your bed, but please take them out before you go to bed. So you get the warmth radiated, and I think that's great. Another thing I like about this is instead of these, I could put a Crisco thing. Maybe I'll do a test with that in the future. But Crisco will last for a long time. Matter of fact, I might do that once in a while just to warm up this room, you know, because I like to come in and out of here, and it's pretty cold. Crisco, like I said, just with one wick, they say burns up to 2 months. So I should at least get a couple weeks out of, or even a week, if I put 4 or 5 of them under there, which would give me almost as much as this, maybe even more, because the wicks are so small here. So that's my take on this. I would love to hear your opinions, your experiences, and that's why these experiments are great. As an experiment, we can see if it's true, if it's not true. Everyone has a different opinion, and I'd love to hear yours, as long as it's the same as mine. So anyways, with that, I hope you enjoyed the experiment. I did. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye now. It's gone.